All right. Okay, I want to give you a brief orientation to University of Colorado Denver using Recording Laboratory D with the console computer. In the live room here, Studio E. Inside Studio E there's the vocal booth. So in order for us to get sound into the computer, that'll be chapter 1 here, I'm going to take this thing called a tone plug. This thing will use phantom power to generate a sine wave. So we're going to plug that in. Let me turn the lights here. So this, plug it into number 1. See the red light come on. That means that phantom power is being supplied by the mixer, even though we don't have anything plugged in yet. So that means that this panel is indeed normaled to the Mackie console. It goes directly to it. For a secondary source, I hooked up a condenser microphone. We'll turn the fan in the booths so we can have a secondary sound source. Okay, let's go take a look what we have at the console. Okay, so we have a green light here. Unmute it, and then we have level on channel 1 with that tone plug. Let's take a look at our condenser. So turning this up, and I see some action here with the light. So you should see as I pull up the fader, this meter is a post fader meter, so see something's going on there. If we want to hear it, we can send it to the mix over here. There we hear the fan doing its thing out there. Sounds like a fan. Okay, so let's say we have our instruments out there. We want to get them recorded into the computer. Let's say the channel 1 is going to be it's labeled as voice, and channel 2 is acoustic guitar, but let's just arm them to record and see what happens. Armed it to record, nothing happened. Armed this to record, nothing happened. Look in the patch bay, nothing's hooked up. So that means that the Mackie does not talk to the computer. That is something you do have to patch in. So we'll go over here. We're going to look for Mackie. Let's try Mackie tape out. I think last time we used line out, and that worked also. But let's try this Mackie tape out and see how that works for us. It looks promising. We'll go to Digi 002 in number 1. Plugged it in. I don't got diddly squat. Well, I think it's muted. So let's turn down our master fader so I don't hear the beep. Alright, I unmuted it, and survey says no, sir. Okay. Excuse me. Let's go to Mackie Direct Out. Where is that? Up in the pink section. Mackie Direct Out. Boom. And there's our tone. Alright, let's do the same thing. Let's go for that condenser microphone. Picking up the fan in there. Let's go plug it in from Mackie Direct Out number 2 to Digi 002 in, so that's the green one, number 2, and sure enough, there it is. So if we hit record with our Apple spacebar, we will see the recording stuff. I can boost that preamp on that noise a little bit, boost the fader a little bit. Still pretty small, but you can see it's recording something. Alright, so that's how you get from the control room. You'll just a review here. If that doesn't work, you got to come in here. You got to remember that panel those cables go up the wall. From those inputs will go, and they have to connect to this. Maybe the last person before you did a session and unplugged these so that they could connect their microphone cables to a drum set or something out here. So you need to confirm that's working, and then those connections we mentioned before would work. Alright, I hope this is a helpful video for using Studio D and E at the University of Colorado, Denver.